Hello friends, this is Carrie and welcome back to I Like Reddit channel. I hope you all are staying safe and healthy. Today we have 5 stories out of the Entitled Parents subreddit. Let's begin. Our first story is by The Vegetations. Edie tries to steal cab from disabled mother. This all took place last winter, but I just remembered it. My mother is disabled and uses a wheelchair, so we're often given extra help navigating airports. We usually leave her personal wheelchair at home when we fly because it's a pain in the butt to transport it, and our extended family has a spare wheelchair for her to use when we visit. One time we were told we would be put at the front of a cab line because my mother was using one of those airport wheelchairs, and they try to free those up as soon as possible for other disabled travelers who might need them. The Skycap, like a bellhop but for airports I think, took our luggage so I could push my mother and took us to the front of the line. This airport was near DC, so they have different taxi services depending on if you want to go into the city or to Maryland. Skycap took us to the very front of the line, asked us if we were going into the city, and then walks away so that he can find a free cab from the back of the line for us. We did not steal this man's long-awaited cab. Besides us was a family with 2 little girls. The Edie looked irritated and kept shooting me and my mother dirty looks. My mom was tired from traveling and pretty much checked out. Otherwise, she probably would have given up the cab to appease this clown. She's nice like that. Luckily for her, her daughter isn't. The Skycap led the cab past the line of other cabs and gestured for it to pull up in front of us. Immediately, the family cuts past us, and the ED starts loading his luggage while his wife and kids avoid eye contact and get into the cab. I was in disbelief, expecting the Skycap to say something, but he didn't, but he just stood there looking uncomfortable. Me, excuse me, that's our cab. ED, giving me a nasty glare. We were in line first. Me, we were taken to the front of the line because my mother is disabled. There's no way he didn't see her. She's sitting right beside me. ED, my family's been waiting for 15 minutes for this cab. Me, gestured at the Skycap. He brought this taxi over specifically for us. Edie ignores me. Cabby, where are you guys headed? Edie, random Maryland address. Cabby, sir, this cab only goes to DC. You'll have to get another one. I gave him the smuggest look I could muster and helped my mom from the chair to the car as he unloaded all his luggage. The Skycap didn't help him, and neither did his wife. Then he and the cabbie started loading up our bags for us while the entitled dad hauled all of his luggage back to the cab literally right behind ours, which he could have waited 30 seconds for instead, but someone else had grabbed it while he was busy being a jerk. Our next story is posted by Sweet Baguette. EM tries to set me up with her 10-year-old son, gets mad because I'm gay, then screams at me for money when her child tried to remove my bathing suit. This is a whole sandwich of hell. So basically, I was at the beach with my girlfriend. This was before quarantine, and so my girlfriend was playing volleyball with some kids and throwing them into the ocean, etc. Anyway, so I'm chilling with my friend when someone taps me on the shoulder. I turn around to see a big woman. Excuse me, do you have a boyfriend? She came off a little rude, but I brush it off. I said no. I was about to say that I'm gay, but she just disappears. I shrug it off as maybe a few minutes later, a 10-year-old boy was like, "Wanna date me?" I said no, and he left. He started throwing a fit where the lady was, and I saw her start walking towards me. Remember, she tried to set me, 15, female, up with her 10-year-old kid. This is how the conversation went. EM, how dare you reject my baby boy? Right off the bat, she was screaming at me. I have autism. I'm not very good with confrontations, so I started to cry on the spot. My friend was about to say something, but got cut off as he comforted me. EM, you bench. Stop crying. Thankfully, my girlfriend heard all the yelling and came over to check it out. She stepped between me and the EM. She is 6'1", and she told the lady to go to hell as the lady went on. EM, is this your sister? Well, your sister is so rude after she catfished my baby boy, then breaking his heart. Girlfriend, she's my girlfriend, you idiot. Leave her alone. EM, you derogatory term for gay people. How dare you try and make my kid gay? My girlfriend has a short temper and she was turning red, and it wasn't sunburn. EM was about to protest as her husband yanked her away from us as my girlfriend started to comfort me, which is nice. We pushed this past us and tried to enjoy the rest of our trip. Like maybe an hour or so later, me, my girlfriend, and my friends got out of the ocean to dry off and have some lunch. As I start to feel a tug on my bathing suit strings, it was the 10-year-old boy. I didn't see him, I only felt it, as my immediate reaction was to hit whoever tried to undo my bathing suit. Of course I hit the kid. To be fair, I didn't hit him that hard, just enough to push him away from me, but he screamed like there was no tomorrow. Em rushed over to comfort her baby boy, and was about to go off on me as her husband, aka my savior, pulled her away and told the kid to deal with it. 2 minutes passed and we're sitting at a bench, came over and demanded I give her $500 for hitting her son, or else we are going to sue. I just stayed silent. I was thinking of staying quiet, let the others help me, or do it myself. I felt bad because I ruined the trip with this situation. So I stood up, and not my proudest moment, I threw the sandwich at her. Are you going to sue me because your kid invaded my personal space? Or maybe when your kid tried to take off my bathing suit? I said as the seagulls came swooping in for the sandwich. She stuttered over her words and left us be. Felt bad for throwing the sandwich at her, but she was asking for it. Yeah, you threw away a perfectly good sandwich. If you've been watching until here and are enjoying my content, please put some heart emojis in the comment section down below. Our next story is by Astro Bunny. My entitled dad thinks the Wi-Fi router is exclusively his. My mom works for a large company, while my dad is an entrepreneur with a startup. Except he's been working on this startup for about 6 years now. Not a single cent has come out of it. So basically, my mom has been single-handedly supporting our family for the past 6 years, while my dad just sits on his bum all day. Yesterday, my dad had this crazy episode where he decided to change our Wi-Fi router's admin password to block all of my mom's devices from it. Basically, he doesn't trust the company my mom works for. According to him, since my mom got her laptop from her workplace, his data from the startup could be stolen by the company my mom works for if they use the same Wi-Fi network, as if they'd want any crappy thing that he's come up with. When we argued with my dad about it, he just said that the router belonged to him just because he originally set it up. Even if we bought it and the house we're currently living in with the money my mom earned. No matter what we say or do, he won't budge and claims that if she wants to work from home, she's gonna have to get her own router. This is so ridiculous. I'm tired of my dad's BS. Our next story is by Alessi on Wii Sports. Em yells at me because I bought condoms. So excuses first. I'm on mobile, and I'm Italian, so English isn't my first language. This is my first post. Cast. Em, you already know. Me. NG, nice guy. So I'm 15 and live in a small city in Italy. I'm engaged to a girl of the same age, and we haven't had our first time yet. We talked about this, and we both wanted to have our first time together. I asked my parents if I could have the house to myself for her for one night, so that we could have some intimacy. They said yes. So the day after, I went to the pharmacy to buy some condoms. Then the EM spawned. She saw me buy them, and when I exited the pharmacy, she followed me and yelled, "EM, what are you doing with that?" Me? Excuse me? Her kids stayed next to her, holding her hand. EM, you know what I said. What are you doing with that crap? I was so embarrassed that I blushed. What should I have said? In the middle of the street. EM, you're probably 12. I want to talk to your parents now. Me, I'm 15. I'm gonna be 16 in 2 months. My parents already know that I bought these. And lastly, you should mind your own business. EM, you're too young. You probably will have another 5 or 6 girlfriends before you get married. You should not have sex at all before that. She continued to yell for another 10 minutes. People around us were looking and laughing a bit. My skin turned purple out of embarrassment. Whenever I tried to walk away, she just followed me and screamed louder. Her kid was confused. He didn't know what his mom was talking about, and when he started crying and asking what was happening, she slapped him and yelled at him to shut up. At this point, a random guy approached us and asked what the problem was. Nice guy. Lady, please stop. You've been screaming for 15 minutes and this guy seems to have had enough. Let him be. EM. Mamma mia, I know you're his friend. Maybe even his boyfriend. Italian insult for gay people. Nice guy. Okay, I've had enough. Go away or I'll call the police. EM. You blank. She said a lot of racist stuff that I won't translate. And the horrible part was that her kid was there listening to the worst words in the entire Italian vocabulary. I thank this guy because I wouldn't have been able to react to this unusual and extremely cringe situation without his help. Nice guy. No problem. This lady was annoying as hell. He then added, have fun tonight. Our final post is by Pedal Basilisk 81. EM attacks me, cop, so that I could draw my gun on her. This will be a long ride. I'm on mobile and English is not my first language. Cast. G. Me. EM. Entitled Mother. K. Kid. Not crazy or entitled, just a normal, curious kid. I think he was 11. Edie, awesome driver. In my country, you can only get a carry permit for a weapon when you're 25, but we have exceptions. If you work for a union or any kind of cop or work for the military, you can get a permit at any age. When I was 18, I got a job as a union federal penitentiary cop, so I have a legal carry permit being only 19. The penitentiary, jail, prison I work is on the other side of the state, so every weekend I have to take a 4-hour bus ride to work. As courtesy, the company doesn't charge cops if you're in uniform, so you can guarantee security for them, so I always get the bus in uniform with my gun visible. I usually stand in the end of the bus. It's already free. I'm not going to take someone else's seat. I'm from a special division, so my uniform is black. Tactical, kinda cool looking. When I'm on the bus, I always get curious looks. The uniform looks a lot like the US SWAT uniform. So there I was, standing and waiting for the bus to start when this Karen and her kid enter the bus. And here is how it all happened. Kid: "Look, Mom, a cop. Look at his cool weapon." EM: "That's right, sweetie. Want to see his weapon?" G, interrupting her: "Sorry, ma'am. I can't draw my weapon in public if it isn't an emergency." EM: "Come on. He just wants to hold it. It'll be fast." G: "Sorry, ma'am. No can do. But I can show him my badge." Kid: "I want to see it." Then I showed my badge to the kid. He really liked it, and I thought everything was nice until EM went full Karen. EM: "See, that wasn't so hard. You can do the same with your weapon too. Come on, it'll be fast." G: "Ma'am, for the last time, I will not draw my weapon in public, and no way am I letting your kid hold it." EM: "Stop being so rude. You'll be a parent, and you'll see how hard it is not being able to give your children what they want." G: "Sorry, ma'am, I'm fixed. That will never happen." At this point, Awesome Driver was coming to the back of the bus to see what the heck was happening, since Karen was loud as heck. Then something I never thought would happen happened. This crazy woman jumped and tried to grab my gun from the holster. I immediately pushed her back and was about to draw my gun when I realized she attacked me on purpose so that I would draw my gun on her. The Awesome Driver saw everything and proceeded to apologize and kick her off the bus. I felt bad for her kid. He was understanding and didn't get mad when I said I couldn't draw my gun. I swear, entitled parents are a different breed. At least I got to sit where EM was supposed to sit. A win-win situation for me. That's all the stories I have for today. Links to the original Reddit posts will be in the description box below. Please stop on by Reddit to show the OP some love and an upvote. If you enjoy my content, please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification to let you know when I've uploaded new videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day.